To stop that car, pull over into a safe place. Hamilton's going to force Verstappen the long way round. By the time they get to the corner, he's about a third of a car in front. It's Hamilton and Verstappen. Verstappen and Hamilton wheel to wheel going into the field of the Tamburello chicane. Hamilton is forced wide. He was last at the start of the sprint. He's trying to take the lead from Verstappen, but he is forced wide by Verstappen.
Much better exit down to turn 4.
I said it's a third time lucky. Hamilton pulls ahead of Verstappen. Oh, can't touch! He's going to go for the move here. Lewis Hamilton trying to get into the lead of the race. They go wheel to wheel into the first corner. Verstappen has to bail out. Lewis Hamilton. Down into turn 5 is Verstappen. Far enough back. He's going to make the lunge down the inside. Hamilton sees it coming. It's a late lunge by Verstappen, who takes the lead of the race. Mercedes not happy. Red Bull will be delighted. They have shared a brilliant championship battle, but the championship can only be won by one, and it's going Dutch in 2021. Max Verstappen, for the first time ever, is champion of the world.
But Mercedes look in a bit of a mess. It's a very different landscape for Toto, something that he's not been used to since he's come into Formula One, where suddenly he's on the back foot. 7 years they have destroyed, everybody.
In the past, we have created a machine that performs seamlessly. But this year, our car isn't good enough. And we need the best car in order to win. And if that's missing, you're not going to win a championship.
He's got some front suspension damage as well. It's actually quite a slap sideways, isn't it? So he had to turn into a...
He's had tyres!
That's going in the wall.
Yep.
Perspective. No, nothing Lewis could do about that one.
George Russell and Sergio Perez, and they touch, and Perez is spun round.
Lewis comes in and pinches him a little bit. Yeah, that's not Fernando's fault.
So they're not being slammed into the. They're not being slammed into the ground quite so much. Maybe they don't look quite as stiff as they did before.
Grand Prix, it's lights out, and away we go. Verstappen gets away well, and does Charles Leclerc. Perez is trying to cover him off, but he might be a bit too late. There might have been contact there as well. Carlos Sainz loses out, and Max Verstappen goes into the first turn ahead of Charles Leclerc. Perez on the inside. The undercut for the Mercedes, and now we can see George Russell making progress through Bottas. Just ahead of the man who replaced him at Mercedes, and not ahead for long. Or is he going to be ahead coming out of turn 4?
You start to see problems.
Here comes Fernando Alonso.
As he dives down the inside, and Fernando Alonso is back up into the top 5, but Hamilton gets a really good exit. Here we go, Verstappen does get away well, so does George Russell. Lewis Hamilton under pressure from Fernando Alonso. Russell has got the inside line going into the first corner. Russell just noses ahead from Max Verstappen. Russell takes the lead. Fernando Alonso trying to go around the outside in turn 2 of Lewis Hamilton. To stop that car, pull over into a safe place and let the marshals get the fire extinguishers on it. George Russell, who was leading the early stages of this Grand Prix, is now out. And away we go. Hamilton gets away well. Verstappen comes over to try and cut him off and does so. But Verstappen leads. Fernando Alonso tries to go round the outside. Hamilton's in second place and there's contact. Carlos Sainz spins Fernando Alonso around. The two Spanish drivers making... It's lights out and away we go. Verstappen excellent off the line, as is Lewis Hamilton. He's already alongside and ahead of Fernando Alonso. Verstappen, then Hamilton, then Alonso. Russell in fourth. Nico Hülkenberg under pressure from Esteban Ocon, the two McLaren. Sergio Perez starting 12th on the grid, already alongside Carlos Sainz. See the Williams there of Alex Albon trying to fend off Charles Leclerc, but to no avail as Leclerc will slide past going around turn 2.
Mercedes look in a bit of a
And
mess.
you need the best car in order to win.
It's the exit of the chicane.
Yeah, he's gone deep. Yeah. Oh, he hit the front as well.
Now, who's got Lewis Hamilton's way here? Was that Magnussen? In fact, to be honest, who isn't getting in the way? That looks like Charles Leclerc. Prepare the lap.
Don't tell me we're out. Yeah, P18. Guys, could have gone any point within all that traffic, sector 3.
Just a bit of time. He did personal best. Second and third sectors did George Russell.
And it's the man who was last on pole in Jeddah in 2021. 103 poles to his name. Has Hamilton done it? Yes, he has! Lewis Hamilton is back on pole position. It's pole number 104. It's lights out and away we go. Hamilton gets away brilliantly, as does Valtteri Bottas. Already past his teammate Zhou Guanyu. Hamilton and Verstappen racing then towards the first corner. Verstappen's on the inside. He's got the better line. They almost touch. Hanging back there is Lando Norris. Oscar Piastri goes down the inside.
Perez is starting to come at them rapidly. There we go.
Very nice indeed, George.
Well done, mate. That is win 44 for you, 12 in a row. And
Took the Driver of the Day award too. As I mentioned in the latter stages, Lando Norris second at Silverstone, and he's followed it up with another impressive second place here. Big grins for Lando, who finishes as runner-up, and race wins for driver. 12 consecutive race wins for his team.
Get in there, Lewis. That's P1, mate. Beautiful work. Top of that. Get in there. Let's go, boys.